This is Hal Joseph on the YouTube channel Hal Joseph Presents, and we've been talking about Blue Oyster Cult for 3.5 years. Best band in the world. I've been watching some information about them on YouTube. I don't know it all. I'm not the expert. I'm a writer and narrator of my podcast, which talks about his experience with Blue Oyster Cult and then some and some other things. I've got relatively few followers, but those few of you who are out there, I'd like to once again quote from the Thomas Pynchon novel, Against the Day. And we'll quote, I'm on page, this is my second time reading it, I'm on page 819, and I underlined a passage that I think is pertinent to all of our lives in this day and age. And basically it starts this way. And you know, this does coincide and conflate with Blue Oyster Cult's much of its oeuvre, which is French for collection of dozens of albums by them. Since then, 400 years, we have been exiles in our own land. No reason to love Venice, and yet we continue to dream of her as Germans are said to dream of Paris. Interesting concept. Venice is the bride of the sea, whom we wish to abduct, to worship, to hope in vain someday to be loved by. But of course she will never love us. Hey, them's the breaks. We are pirates, aren't we? Brutal and simple, too attached to the outsides of things, always amazed when blood flows from the wound of our enemy. We cannot conceive of any interior that might be its source, yet we obey its demands, arriving by surprise from some beyond. We're not in total control. We cannot imagine. As if from one of the underground rivers of the Velebit. And that's some river in Europe. Hey, listen, I'm just a reader who's trying to share tidbits of this book, which are good. And I enjoy them. So we'll continue later, and this is basically chapter 15 of Hal Joseph Presents. New material. That's the subtitle. New material. It's been months since my last upload, so I'm glad to be back here in Los Angeles.